Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylee. If you are new, I am a student teacher. I am a senior in college, so I will be graduating this December and I will be doing my internship this fall. On this channel, I make a lot of teacher videos, just day in the lives and everything, but today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to become a teacher if you're interested. Just a quick disclaimer, this is my personal story. Everyone's journey to this is going to be different. I know some other teachers whose journey was completely different than mine. And even some of the girls that I go to school with right now, their journeys look completely different than mine. So if you're interested in becoming a teacher, make sure to go talk to your high school guidance counselor or your college guidance counselor, depending on where you're at in your educational journey. And they can probably get you on the best track to see what you need to do. But this is going to be my personal journey and what I did to become a teacher. I also want to make another disclaimer that this is for elementary education. I'm going for elementary education. My license will be K through 6. So at least where I live, 6th grade is middle school. So I will be qualified to teach 1 year of middle school. But I do not know anything about becoming a high school teacher or even like a later middle school teacher. I have no idea about that. So this video is going to be about how to become an elementary teacher, what I did, and in my state. I know it's going to be different in every state. I know it's going to be different for what grade you want to teach. So just make sure that you double check all this information or get the best information that's going to fit your journey. But if you want to hear how I became or will become an elementary school teacher, just keep watching. All right, so I first wanted to say that I think that there are 2 main routes to becoming a teacher. At least where I live, you need a bachelor's degree to be a teacher. You can be a teacher assistant with an associate degree, but at least in my state, to be a main lead elementary school teacher, you need a bachelor's degree. But my college, I am getting a bachelor's degree of arts in elementary education. And I actually transferred in. So I did not start at a 4-year university. I went to a 2-year community college first. I graduated from there, and then I got in and transferred into a 4-year university. So I will be getting my bachelor's degree, but I did get an associate's degree first. So like I said, I went to a community college, and that's where I got my 2 years associate of arts degree. And for this degree, I pretty much just took like the general associate degree courses. Like I said, my associate's degree is in art, so I just took the basic classes that you need for an art degree. I think I needed some language, I needed some general math, general science, general English, just kind of those general study classes that you would take for any degree that you're gonna get unless you're doing something special. But in my case, I just took some general courses that I would need to get a most general type of associate degree, which happened to be in art. This took me roughly about 1.5 years. My journey with college is a little unique, so if you'd like to hear that and exactly why it's taken me, I'm 23, so if you're adding the years, I should be done with college by now, but I changed my major a few times, changed a few stuff up. So for my general courses as a teacher or an associate in arts, which is what I got first, it took me about a year to a year and a half to finish all those courses. I did work part to full time while I was taking my associate degree courses, and I did have a lot that transferred in from my other major that I previously had before doing teaching. So having that said, it took me about a year and a half while working to get my associate degree, and I graduated from my community college this past May in 2019. Then before I graduated my community college, I knew that I was going to have to transfer into a 4-year university so that I could get the bachelor's degree. So at least in my experience, getting that associate's degree helped because transferring into the university, it waived some of the courses that I would need to take. I could have transferred into my university without a degree, but having that degree waived some of those courses. So I didn't have to take like a health class because having the degree kind of waived those classes. So definitely double check on that as well. Saved me some time and money so I didn't have to take extra courses. Okay, so next, like I said, I did get my associate degree in arts and I graduated from that in May. I applied to my university probably around March or so before I did graduate, but in the application process I did say that I was going to be graduating, and I kind of knew what my grades were going to look like at that point, so I just put that in the application process. Okay guys, so I'm sitting here editing this video, and these dates are about to be real messed up. I said March twice, which obviously that's not true. I can't remember when I applied to my university. I feel like I did it like the very beginning of the year, maybe January, but I went back and looked and I did get into my university at the end of March. So I was correct on here about one thing, but I did get the dates wrong. So I just wanted to put that in there in case anyone was watching. They weren't gonna be stressed thinking that I got like my acceptance back so quick. But that's all I'm gonna say. I got accepted in my university in March and I started my university classes that May. I found out I got into my university of March 2019 and I started courses that summer of 2019. I started the university and started courses that summer. I wanted to get my degree done, my bachelor's degree done as quick as possible. So I started right off the bat. I didn't take a full course load at that summer point, but the fall semester of last semester and the spring semester I am taking 17.5 credits only because I want to get it done. But from what I've seen, getting a bachelor's degree can be really flexible. You can take as little or as many courses as you would like. For my personal university, you can only take 18, and if you take over 18, I think you have to get it waived by the dean because you're taking like a course overload. So let's back up. So that summer semester, I took a little bit of classes, not too many. This was my first semester ever at a university, so I was a little overwhelmed and I wanted to just get a feel for things. So during that summer, I did work a full-time job at that point up until about May. So I did work and I didn't want to take such a large class load. So for my university, the way that it works is when you get into the university, if you're a 4-year, you're going to take some general courses the first 2 years, and the last 2 years are going to be your educational program, which is going to be most of your education courses. Or in my case, I did the associate degree for the first 2 years, is what it should take. It took me about a year, but I had a whole bunch of extra courses from previous classes. But you're gonna take your general courses at your community college, and then you're going to transfer into the 4-year school, and that's where you will start to begin your education courses. So that's what I did, and that fall I was able to start my education courses and get into the education program. So there are a certain number of educational programs, we call them EDNs at my college. There's a certain number of EDN courses that you have to take, and there's stuff like social studies, science, English language arts, math, art. There's these block classes and they're EDNs, and these courses are gonna basically teach you how to teach English. It's not so much like the general English curriculum anymore. You're being taught ways and methods and how to apply teaching English to a child. And like I said again, this is for an elementary education, so I'm not really sure how high school would work if you wanted to teach high school, but for elementary school, you start taking these courses on how to teach English, and you have to take so many of them. At my university, the whole time you're taking these courses, you are in a field experience. So that's what I'll be doing this spring semester. I also did it in the fall semester, and there's a certain number of hours that you need to be in the classroom. So you've got either 40 hours, 80 hours, however many hours your university needs, that's how many hours you need to spend actively in the classroom. So this spring semester that I'm in right now, I will be doing 80 hours in the classroom, which seems like such a large number. But once you get into the classroom, it really flies by and you have a lot of fun. So I am in my spring semester, like I said, and I will be doing the 80 hours, and my final and next semester in the fall is going to be the internship. So at this point, once you've taken all of your educational courses, you are going to enter into your final semester, which will be this fall for me. It's 2020 already. It'll be this fall for me, and this is going to be your internship block. So you're not taking any more educational courses. You've already taken all of them, and you should know in theory how to be a teacher. So you are going to basically become a teacher in this final semester. You're going to be assigned a grade. You're going to work hand in hand with your teacher, and you're basically going to step into the teacher role and do a complete semester being the teacher. At my university, I am going to have a class for it because my teacher that I'm gonna have at my university is going to come and observe me every once in a while. just to make sure that I'm doing things right, that I'm getting it right. My partnership teacher that I'm going to be working with in the classroom, he or she is going to report to my university teacher and make sure that everything I'm doing is lining up with everything I should be doing, and that I know how to make a lesson plan and everything like that. And I do want to say that during your time at university, before the internship, you should be well prepared and understand how to be a teacher. At least for me, in the beginning, signing up for all of this, it was really daunting to me how I'm going to understand how to make a lesson plan and figure out exactly what I want to teach these kids and how I'm going to teach them. But I can honestly look back and say that I have learned a lot, and I do feel way more comfortable. That was the scariest part for me going into teaching, was knowing how to teach these kids, what to teach them, and how to build a lesson explaining what I'm going to teach them. But don't worry, your teachers will all teach you that, and you will be very prepared for your final internship. So at the end of this internship period, after you complete all of your hours that your school requires, you're going to graduate and you're going to become a teacher. My particular school and my state, you have to have a license to teach. And at my school, they recommend that you take the licensure test the summer prior to your internship, or the semester prior to your internship semester. So my internship is going to be in the fall, so I'm going to be taking my licensure test this summer. And taking that test doesn't give you the license to teach. It gives you basically a certification that you're eligible to be a teacher. You know the knowledge to be a teacher, you're ready to be a teacher, but you still have to put in the hours for that final internship, and you still have to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Once you've completed all of those requirements at the end of your university, your certificate that you took those tests for is going to roll into your licensure. That's how it works in my state. You definitely need to go on your educational website for your state and double check. And like I said, talk to your college guidance counselors. They all know this information, and that's where I've gotten this information from. But there are so many different ways to become a teacher. You can do the traditional 4-year route, the 2-year route like I did. It varies so much by state and by university. So if you're interested in becoming a teacher, you can leave me any other questions in the comments. I can try to answer the questions per my personal experience to maybe give you a better idea of what you're going to be going through. I can talk about any of these subjects or any of these topics more in depth if you guys would like. If you have any questions about anything further or any other topics that you'd like me to talk about more, just leave me a comment down below. Give this video a like so I know that you liked hearing about this, or if you want to hear more topics, also give it a like and give it a comment to let me know what you want to hear. Don't forget to subscribe so that you guys can see my life as a student teacher. I'm going to be preparing for the licensure test, my day in the life. I'm going to be starting in the partnership school soon, and I also have a part-time job, so I have quite a busy schedule. And just subscribe if you want to be a part of my journey and getting a new video notification sent to your YouTube channel. So I really hope that you guys like this video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Signing out.